Alrighty then, welcome back and thanks for checking in. Now, a couple of months ago I did mention I was looking into mulching mowers and so many names come up. I've gone for something that I couldn't find a lot of information on and was quite expensive. I've gone for the Grin. Now, I've gone for this one basically because there wasn't a lot of information available online, so I thought I'd put the information out there. I've bought this out my own money. It's not been given to me. Tudor Environmental have been real amazing. They've done a real good service at dropping this thing down to me. So if you're ever looking for some kit or one of these Grin mowers, give them a shout. Tudor Environmental, real good service off them. I'm going to use this on a few jobs over the next week, and then I'm going to try and put a load of clips together and tell you what I think of it. But my initial thoughts on it are it's a tank. I've gone for the professional model with the handles. I'm not fully convinced about yet with the Kawasaki engine, beautiful engine, but I've gone for the 46 centimeter deck. Why 46 centimeters? Basically because I wanted something small enough to get into tight access spaces on the domestic jobs, because I am going to try and mulch nearly all of them, to be honest with you. Some do grow real long, but most of them I reckon I can get away with mulching. And I've just done a test patch of this and it does real well. I'm going to show you my first little cut with it now. So I'll take you up there on a bit of lawn that's cut maybe 2-3 weeks ago when it was flown. So there's going to be a lot of debris already on there. Right, I'm going to jump in on these clips and just let you know that I'm going to show you some footage of the mower actually being used. Now, normally I would edit this right down or speed it up, but when I was looking at these mowers, I wanted to see actual lawns being cut at the actual speed the mower kind of goes at. This is the full speed on most of these, but I'll do a little voiceover for each clip to let you know how long the grass is and kind of what's going on. So I checked back and it was 2 weeks ago I cut this. It's quite a mossy lawn. I normally fly it here, but this is the speed setting 2, the fastest setting on the mower. Can you see that? I'd say that's fairly spotless. That's about as short as I would cut grass on a maintenance job. I can't see any junk left on the top. Yeah, first goes alright. It's heavier than what I'm using at the minute. It's windy as hell here. It's heavier than what I'm using at the minute, and but it's comfortable. Big old wheels. It's a bit heavier on the turn. These handles, comfier than I thought. Well, like I say, it's a bit weighty, but kind of balanced. I look forward to giving it a bashing through all sorts, because got to test them out, haven't I? Can't just play around. This is a fortnightly visit. The grass has grown about as much as most of my lawns grow in 2 weeks. Some do grow longer, but this was not too bad. You'll notice on the handles here, I've set up a clip to do away with the dead man's handle on safe areas. I'll tell you about that again.
Again, 2 weeks between cuts on this job, not going too low on it. I generally get to halfway up the bank with a mower and trim the rest, which is what I do here, and again, it does fine. Now this is a 3-weekly cut, so it's got a good bit of growth. It was wet and it's quite thick and lush. Normally this gets flown. It takes 2 or 3 cuts to get it looking half tidy. I ran over this at full speed and it wasn't a perfect cut, but like I say, it was 3 weeks. I hit it a second time and it was looking better than I normally leave it. So again, happy on this one. This little lawn again is a fortnightly cut and I always cut it just above the moss. Yes, a lot of the lawns you're looking at do need some sort of renovation. I then test the mower by dropping it slightly lower than I normally do and it cuts into the moss. Now if you've cut into moss, you'll know the mower is generally flinging out. This dealt with it okay. You'll notice on some of these clips that you can hear the mower chattering. It's the plastic casing at the back is a bit noisy, and again I've dealt with that towards the end of the video. You'll see what I've done.
Right, so it's the end of the week. I've used this mower on 2 proper maintenance rounds and then a day where I used the mower on bits of various jobs. But the 2 maintenance rounds I got done probably about an hour quicker on both those days using this mower. It's been a brilliant piece of kit, brilliant. It's a demon for mulching grass. It doesn't leave any clip-ins. It's been really, really good. There's a couple of things on here that I'll point out to you that I would like to change. I recently got told by a top rep of a manufacturer, supplier, that my problem is I'm looking for perfection. Well, I'm not looking for perfection, but if you are a buyer of machines and a user and you have some queries, you might want to let them know, because if there's a problem and they know there's a problem and you have the solution, or tell them what it is, you think they'd be interested, but they're not. But you guys might actually be interested in what is going on with these mowers. These handles, I'll show you this on a short. I've just made a little clip that basically you can clip that in like that, because I'm not an 8-year-old. If I'm on and I'm experienced, if I'm on some ground where I might lose traction or slip and the mower's going to go, then obviously I won't be using that and no one else will be using that. But if I'm on a nice big flat area, I might want my hand free to wave at someone to tell them to sort themselves out, or they're cutting the wrong bit of grass, or to scratch my ass, whatever. Or mainly, you know it is, if you're running along hedges and under trees, you want to be able to manoeuvre yourself sideways to keep that mower going. So the 2-hand thing, I haven't got a problem with it. But yeah, I have made these clips up. In the van, I just clip this handle away because this points out and I don't want that getting caught. And this is like if there's trees and all being thrown into the van, then they won't get snapped off. The only other thing on a few clips that I've shown you is this plastic deck here vibrates and chatters away. So I've stuck a bit of silicone along there. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty. I've also done these holes here because some rubber grommets would have been good there, just to stop any vibration, but also to keep the crap out of the gearbox area. So I've done that. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but I don't particularly care. There's nothing else that has been a real issue on this mower. Cut's fantastic. I've got some commercial ones I'll show you now this morning. I would say on this, there's no kind of notch for maximum to choke. But once you start it once and put it on maximum, you don't need to touch that again all day. Everything is real sturdy. Sorry about the camera angle. I have things to do. This, I'm not a fan of single levers, but this has given me no problems. There's a few things on here. Like I was saying, I want perfection. Maybe I don't. I don't know whether rivets are as strong as bolts. I'm guessing they are. The one real thing that did annoy me, which I wouldn't expect on a £2,000 machine, but again, being picky, just to let you know, these grips here, now I'm presuming they're grips and you keep them on, and I'm also presuming that the apprentice in the Grin factory, this is their first job, because these are zip tied on, and I love zip ties, but when they cut them and they're real pointy out, and you pick up a 43-kilogram machine, let me tell you, they're going to cut into your hand, or cut your hand. And I love a zip tie, but at least use a hot knife and get them flush, or stick that around the back, or just cut them flush, like I say, to get them tidy. Apart from that, an amazing mower. I wouldn't be without it now. I think it's a real game changer. Yes, it's towards the end of the season, but I have no problems with this mower whatsoever. So if you're thinking about getting a mulching mower, yes, you can probably get a wee bang one for 800 quid, I don't know, and I haven't used one, so I can't tell you if they're any better or not. But this thing has been an absolute legend this week and has earned me more money. I'd say I've probably done 200 quid's worth of more work by the time this has saved me. There's one particular job that I do, and it's always quite long there, and it's like I can't use their green bin. I've got to take the waste away, get half a ton of green waste. This thing cut it faster, shorter, no messing about, no waste away, perfect, in and out. I must have saved 10-15 minutes in that job, and they all add up, don't they? So yeah, brilliant bit of kit. Let me show you this little strip. Mossy, wet, at past 7 in the morning, and yeah, not too long. We'll see how we get on. The 4 height adjustments on there, I'm not quite sure. I'd like another adjustment, but so this might be shorter than normal or slightly higher than normal, but we'll see how it go. Right, yeah, Grin mower. Perfect. If you think about getting one, obviously this is a week into it. If it falls apart in 2 months, I'll be saying it's shit. But so far, it's absolutely amazing. A demon. And I'll probably title this video or thumbnail it like the demon Grim Reaper. Grin Reaper, yeah. that'll be it. Right, this thing really makes me smile, and if you think about getting one and you can swallow the cost, definitely think about it. Right, grass cutting. Right, I adjusted that because it was a bit too low for my liking on that first strip. I'll blend that in with the strip, don't worry about that. But yeah, that'll do on this commercial site. Doesn't look like it's not been boxed off. Perfect. What I didn't mention, these back wheels, the grip on these, amazing. It'll pull you up hills. It's got a real kind of torque. And look at that engine on there. Bar my bit of silicone. Look at that. Absolute animal. Right, I'll show you the next site.
This little bit of lawn at a commercial site is a monthly cut. It's been 5 weeks since we were here. The mower was on the highest setting, the highest speed, and although it didn't leave a kind of real good finish, it did plough through it. It didn't bog down, it didn't clog up, it didn't stop. So yeah, it just carried on. If I cut it twice, it would look tidy, but it was just a one cut there, and it did fine.
Right, I didn't film that bit because I wasn't cutting it. I was up there doing donuts on the ride on. But yeah, that's done a good job on that. You wouldn't know that's not boxed off. So yeah, ideal. This mower so far is turning into a real money earning, time saver, making my life easier, which is what I'm all about. I'll say it again, let's hope it lasts because it's been a real weapon so far.
This area here is another fortnightly cut on another commercial job. Now this grows real long here. It's a newly established lawn and I have been dropping the Honda 21 HRH Pro on here, and it doesn't like it. Really bogs it down. This thing flew over it. There's a little section at the bottom that I ran over twice, only because it's near the entrance to the site. But yeah, again, did a real good job. Fortnightly growth, but quite long, quite thick, and happy with the result. This area on the same site was being cut with the Honda. It did 2 strips. It bogged right up. It is set up with a mulching blade and a mulch plug. But yeah, bogged down, cut out, and couldn't do the job. So that mower got moved on to another area. I carried on with the Grin, and it coped fine. That whole area, I didn't stop once to unblock the mower. I didn't stop once to let the mower kind of recover and let the engine rev up. Just ploughed through it all, got the job done.
I just scraped some muck at the bottom, but that blade, I tell you what, is so sharp after being used all week. There's a few tiny little marks in it. And it's the first blade I've ever had on a mower that's actual super sharp from new. So there we go. Right, there we go. That's all the clips I have for you of the Grin. And just before everyone comments, just to save you typing it, yes, it did make me smile. It's been a great tool. Obviously, it's a first review. I'll see how it keeps going, and I'll update you as it goes along. So if you like the video, if it's been some help, give it a like. And if you're new here, subscribe, and you'll catch more kind of tool reviews and bits and bobs I get up to. Yeah, it's been really good. I've enjoyed it. And Tudor Environmental, thanks again. If you're after one of these, give them a shout, because there's no messing about. They're my type of people. You give them a buzz, you tell them what you kind of need and want, and they'll send you an invoice, you pay it, and they drop it in the post. It turns up on time, so perfect. Yeah, I'm done now. So yeah, after a week of using that, I'm kind of loving it. Right, thanks for checking in. I'll catch you all later on the next one. See you again. Bye.